Oh boy, MeWe. This sound in me. I am trying so hard to get it together. Ah, okay, let's do it again here. So I'm talking about MeWe. I came on MeWe to get away from Facebook. Now, I'm not saying I closed my account on Facebook or anything, but a lot of people were saying that to join MeWe because it's not as uptight as Facebook, and people don't cancel you, you don't get banned. Da, 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 da. Well, anyway, when I joined MeWe, I had some weird situations happen. So, for example, okay, so like maybe what, 1 or 2 days after I got on MeWe, I joined a couple of groups that were recommended for me. And one of them was the Keto Group. And so I thought that'd be interesting to join and learn a little bit more about the keto diet. So I join it, and I'm, talking to people back and forth and just listening, observing, whatever. So anyway, someone comes on and they start talking about milk. And I said that, oh, well, technically speaking, milk is for calves, not for humans. And so this person got into this back and forth with me. I didn't even really think they were serious. But they, all of a sudden, it seemed like it started these personal attacks and different things. And I'm like, is this person serious? And so we're going back and forth talking about milk. I said, well, I I didn't say anything about human breast milk or anything like that, but I was just saying, what I thought that milk could be a little bit problematic. Well, the next thing you know, the person is accusing me of being a sock puppet, and the next thing you know, I'm banned from the site. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine, whatever. You know, that's just, I guess, one of these groups. And so one of the group members contacts me, like PMs me, and then says, well, can you come back to the group? Oh, because I went to my profile and I talked about what happened. I explained my experience with that group. So someone from the group contacts me and says, oh, why don't you come back, rejoin the group and da, 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 da. And I said, well, it really doesn't matter that much to me, but okay, I guess so. And they said, oh, and by the way, can you take off your posting from your profile, about what you said happened to you? And I was like, well, I really don't usually do that. I mean, even on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I've said things, I guess you could call them controversial. I don't think it's any of that big of a deal. But I usually leave them there. I've been in Facebook jail for just nonsense, but I don't take it down because whatever I say to people publicly and privately. That's me. I am transparent. So, anyway, I said, well, as a courtesy to you, I will do it. So I did it and I reapplied and rejoined the keto group. Well, next thing you know, we're having another little discussion. And I had made a comment. I was talking about vegetables because I have a vegetable garden and I eat a lot of green vegetables. I always have. And in my house, the rule was you got to eat vegetables or you have to leave. But, I'm kind of exaggerating, but, I really emphasize eating green vegetables because that's where you get a lot of your vitamins. And so I ended up saying something like, oh, I think that a high protein, low fat diet is good, or a lean diet. I don't know, something of that, you know, uh, you know, something like that. Okay. And so this one girl is in the group, and you could tell she's like America's sweetheart or UK sweetheart. Well, I don't know where she's from, but you could tell she was just the princess of the group. And she'd been kind of making some little remarks here and there, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to her. But anyway, so she says, well, a high protein, low fat diet is that's against the principles of keto and stuff like that. And so I don't, the keto diet to me seemed similar to the Atkins diet. I was in the Atkins diet. I was on the Atkins diet in the 1980s, early 80s. Not to shout, but I'm telling you, I know about high fat diets. Okay? I know about keto. I didn't write the modern keto diet, but I do have a background in this type of high protein, high fat diet. Okay? But anyway, I just said what I thought. Well, the next thing you know, this girl is telling me, I'm giving you a warning. I'm like, girl, don't warn me. This is some young whippersnapper warning me about talking about a high fat, high protein diet and telling me I can't talk about it. And this is supposed to be MeWe, not big tech, Facebook, censorship, communist website. Um, or let's not say communist, let's say USSR. Okay, that's what Facebook is turning into, USSR. And so we kind of get into a little bit back and forth, but it's not that big of a deal. And so then I start talking to another person in the group, and I say, well, back in the slavery days, black people had to eat, were given the food that was considered inedible of like pork, basically. And so that's why black people started eating, ham hocks and chitlins and tripe and stuff that give you high blood pressure and stroke and stuff like that. I was trying to explain to somebody about that. I don't know if they thought I was getting into a racial thing or anything. I was just talking about dietary history that I know of that was carried down orally through my generations, okay, through my family line. Next thing you know, I'm banned. I'm banned again. And so I'm thinking, this keto group, I have no clue what their deal is, but what my impression was from my treatment, I can only go from my treatment, I can't go on anybody else's experience with them, is that they were a clique of bullies. A clique of bullies. They belong on, or I'm sorry, they belong in or on big tech because they were censoring me and they were bullying me and they were telling me what I could, and what I could not say, what I could and could not think. And this is MeWe. So I'm fine with difference of opinion, but I'm not going to be controlled. And if this is what MeWe is about, I'm out of here. Okay? So I know MeWe get along just fine without me, because this got along fine without me until now. But I'm going to say, these people, this group of control freaks are going to go on every social media site. They're going to be, no matter what, they're going to be there. They're going to go there. But just know, if you do that to me, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to write about it. So that's just me. But anyway, that's my experience so far. But apparently, outside of that, MeWe seems to be fine. It's a little boring. It's a little boring too, but I think we could kick things up, eventually. Um, I like Chong. He's really cool. I love him. So I've been following him since way back in the day. Cheech and Chong. So I'm with Chong. I'm not a weed smoker. I don't smoke marijuana, but I love him. I love him. So he could do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I'm done for the time. See you later.